Hello guys, we have learned yesterday how to add CSS to the HTML. So and we have seen how to add also. Okay, right? So now we have seen three ways how to add the CSS. Okay, we have seen three ways like inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. So and I have explained clearly that what is inline CSS. Okay, so it is limited only to an HTML tag and we use style attribute. Okay, and it will not affect any other tag with the same name, right? So similarly internal CSS means it is limited only to one HTML document. We add this with the help of style tag, right? So similarly we have seen something called external CSS. So what we have to do, we have to create a separate file with .css extension, then we have to add it with the help of link tag. And external CSS is better, always we use this in industry. We don't use inline CSS, or else we don't use internal CSS. Sometimes we use inline CSS. Why? Means it overrides external CSS as well as internal CSS properties. So we have learned guys how to add CSS to the HTML. Just we have seen the types here, and I have told you that it's very important and they'll ask you in interview also. So now we will move to the next part here. So some of the properties we will see guys. So the properties, basic properties we will learn now. Okay. So these are the font properties. Now we will see this property guys. So guys, we will see these properties one by one now. So if I go to the browser, concentrate here. Okay, see I have used font size, okay, property here. So when I pass font size property, so observe here, I'll delete here. Okay, I'll delete all these things, the values I will delete. Okay, so let me delete this all values. You will come to know the difference when I pass the properties. Done. So now save this guys, save this. This will be my output. See, this is my output. This is normal text guys, no effect is there. So now first one, okay, to the first paragraph I am passing something called font size 50px. I will pass. So when I pass font size as 50px, so it is going to increase the font size of this text. If you want, you can observe here. See, it's increasing. You can pass whatever the value you want, right? So now observe this text. Okay, second paragraph I am going to make it as font style. By default it is normal guys. By default the value is normal. So I am passing here italic. Okay, when I pass italic, the text will be in italic style. Observe here, when I reload the page, so it is going to change to italic format, right? Similarly the third one, okay, I am going to change font weight. By default it is lighter. Okay, by default it is what? Lighter. I am going to make this as bolder. So it is going to change the text to bold. Okay, it will make the text bold. Observe here this one. Yes, see, it's making the text bold. Similarly, so here we have something called, okay, one more paragraph. So here I am going to pass font family. So font family means what guys? You know Times New Roman, yes or no? Times New Roman, like this. What is a font family? I will show you. Concentrate here. See, when you go to the MS Word or PowerPoint, okay, what will happen? See, there will be something called Calibri, okay, font family. See, Algerian. These all are font families guys. These all are what? Font families, right? So now let me pass this Algerian. So what will happen? You observe here, when I pass Algerian here, so I'll pass Algerian. So it is going to change the text to Algerian format. See, it is changing the text to Algerian format. Similarly, we have one more CSS property, that is font variant. Okay, so the value is by default it's normal. So I'll make this as a small caps. Okay, small caps means, observe here guys, we have JavaScript here. So we have JavaScript, then we have Angular, then we have HTML here. So let me save this. Okay, when I save this guys, if I reload the page, observe this Angular, it will be converted to the uppercase. See, it is converted to the uppercase, but the text size is small. So small caps means what? Text size should be small, but and everything should be in capital letter. Okay, so we don't use this more. So you just remember these four properties guys. So you can pass any font family. Sir, can I use h1 tag, sir? See, h1 tag I will use. Can I apply all this property to the single tag, sir? Yes, 100% you can apply. So let me pass here angular in h1 tag. See, observe here. So save this and reload the page. See, we have h1 tag, right? So can we add all these properties at a time to this? Yes, sir, we can add. So I'll pass here style is equal to, so I'll pass font size as, okay, font size, I'll make this as 50px. So semicolon is there. After semicolon I will pass font style as italic, okay. So I'll make this as font style italic. So I'm passing all the properties to the single tag. Next, semicolon. So I'll make this as font weight. By default it is bold only headings, so I am not going to add any bold one. So I am going to pass here font family Algerian now. So when you pass font family Algerian, observe this h1 tag now. So here, okay, so reload the page. See, all the properties applied here. Okay, you can apply multiple properties to the single tag. So these are the font properties, guys. You go through this once, okay. So this is the slide here. You can go through this ones, guys. So I hope everyone understood this one. So let me move to the, okay, next slide here, right? So we have some text properties, guys. So later you go through this. I will execute and I'll show you what are these properties, okay. So let me go to my editor here. So here I'll go to my VS Code, okay. So concentrate here. So now I'll use here something called P. See, guys, I want 10 paragraphs. So here I'll pass P into 10. So P means my paragraph name, into 10 means what, okay. So 10 paragraphs I want to create. So and in curly brackets I want to add angular. That means in between, okay, like this, paragraph angular I want to create. So P into 10 means what? 10 paragraphs which is having angular as the text. So I'll execute this. See, I'm getting 10 paragraphs with angular as the text. So now what I do, guys, here now, first we will see the text properties here. So style is equal to color property I will pass. So already we know this property. I'll pass hot pink as a color. So save this and go back to the browser, reload the page. See, the color is changed to hot pink. Then the color is changed to what? Hot pink. Similarly, we have another property here, okay. The property is what? Style is equal to, I'll pass the property name as text align, okay. So by default it is left, guys. By default the value is what? Left. So observe here, there is no changes. By default it is left. So now I'll change it to right, guys. I'll change it to right. So now when I change it to right, it is going to align to the right side of the web page. See, it is going to align to the right side of the web page. Similarly, if I make this as center, it is going to, okay, align to the center of the web page. So next, guys, we have Angular, JavaScript, okay, JavaScript framework. I'll pass framework. Done. So here I'll copy paste this multiple time. So here I'll copy paste this. So observe here, I copy pasted multiple times here. Okay, so save this and go back to the browser. See, we added some text, right? Similarly, I'll add some same text, some more lines, okay, so that you can understand clearly what I'm going to explain here. See, guys, so we have one more property here, okay. So text align we have, so we have used left, right, center. So one more value we have for this text align. So if you observe here, guys, the alignment left side is proper alignment is there, but right side the alignment is not proper for this paragraph. So observe here, so though no proper alignment here. So what I do, so I will use the same text align property. Style is equal to text align property. I'll make use of justify as value. So when you use justify, it is going to align the text, okay, properly on both left side as well as right side. See, observe this one. So when I reload, okay, so see, it is going to align properly on both the sides. So these are the values of, okay, text align property. By default it is left, you can bring it to center, right, as well as you can perform justify, right guys. So similarly guys, we have something called text indent property guys, okay. So here only I'll pass something called text indent property. So when I pass text indent is equal to, so observe here, what do you mean by text indent guys? See, whenever we have paragraphs, okay, so while creating the paragraphs, let me pass here, okay, let me pass, or else leave this, I'll remove this text indent. The same paragraph I'll copy guys, the same paragraph I'll copy, and I'll paste here, okay, I'll paste here. So we have two paragraphs. If you observe here, we have two paragraphs. So paragraph means what? It leaves one line above the content, one line below the content. Now once after completion of one paragraph guys, we leave one line, then we will continue with another paragraph, right? So you see any book, any, okay, blogs, okay. So paragraph means what? Once completion, if you want to start another paragraph, you should leave one line. So but we will provide some space at the starting of the paragraph, right? So to provide that space, we go for text indent property guys. So here I'll use text indent. So when I pass 20px, it is going to provide some space at the starting of the paragraph. See, it is providing some 20px of space. So if you want to increase it, you make this as 40px of space. See, it's going to provide 40px of space at starting. So I hope you understand what I am going to tell here. So once after completion of the paragraph, we have to leave some tab space. So to leave some space at the starting of the paragraph, we use something called text indent property guys. Then so similarly we have, okay, something called text decoration property. Style is equal to text decoration. Style is equal to text decoration. So first I will pass underline guys. So when I pass underline, it is going to add underline to the text. So observe here, is it adding underline? Yes, it's adding underline. Okay, why we use this text decoration? To add underline. Similarly, I have something called style is equal to text decoration, okay, text decoration over line. So when I pass over line guys, it is going to add one line above the content. See, it's adding one line above the content here. Similarly, I have something called style is equal to, so here I'll have text decoration, okay, so I'll pass line through. So when I pass line through as value to the text decoration, it is going to strike out the content. See, it is striking out the content. So similarly, we have one more thing guys, text decoration, okay, none. So I'll pass here style is equal to text decoration, okay, so none as the value. See, if I pass none, there is no changes to this angular. Then so why we use this none means guys, see, we have some tag called anchor tag. So by default the anchor tag is having underline, yes or no? So by default the anchor tag is having underline. So I want to remove the default underline guys. I want to remove the default underline of this anchor tag. So whenever we want to remove the default underlines of the anchor tags, we go for some property called, okay, text decoration is equal to none we will pass. Then so what we pass? Text decoration none we will pass. When we pass, see, paragraph by default it is not having any underline, so no effect if you pass none. That the same property if you pass for anchor tag, so by default it is having underline. After passing this text decoration none, if you reload the page, see, it is going to remove the default underline of your anchor tag. So the same thing they have used in website guys. Observe here, if I go for any Virat Kohli website here, so internet is not there, so I will show you guys. Whenever you go to the websites, the links by default they will not be having underlines, so they have removed with the help of these property. Then so next we have some property called, okay, style is equal to, so we have some property called text transform, okay, text transform. So we have some values like uppercase, so it is used, it will convert this to uppercase guys. See, it is converting whole Angular to uppercase. Done. So next we have something called same text transform, style is equal to, we have text transform here. So I am passing something called lowercase. So if you observe here guys, our Angular A is in uppercase, but after passing this text transform lowercase, the A will be converting to lowercase. See, it's converting everything to lowercase. Similarly guys, I'll pass Angular is a JavaScript framework, right? So Angular is what? JavaScript framework. So now I'll change everything to lowercase. Angular is JavaScript framework. Okay. So now I'll use the same text transform property, style is equal to text transform, I will pass. So guys, we have seen what is text transform to convert the cases, uppercase, lowercase. So now there is one more value called capitalize. So when I pass the capitalize as value, so what is happening here? Okay, so when I pass the capitalize as value, so what will happen? Concentrate here. So now here guys, so I am passing capitalize. Capitalize means the first letter of every word in the sentence will be converted to uppercase. Only the first letter of each word, okay, present in the sentence will be converted. Each word I am telling, okay, first letter of every word, okay, will be converted to uppercase. So we call this a sentence case guys. Observe here, when I reload here guys, see, it's converting the first letter of each word to uppercase. So this is text transform property guys. So similarly guys, okay, so we have some other properties also. So what I do now, concentrate here. So here I'll pass a paragraph tag here. So here we have Angular JavaScript framework, right? So now style is equal to, I'll pass something called letter spacing. So when I pass letter spacing guys, it is going to provide space between the letters. So observe here, if I reload the page, see here it is going to provide space between the letters. So how much space you want, you can pass here. Letter spacing, it is used to provide the space between the letters. Similarly guys, we have something called, okay, we have something called word spacing. So letter spacing means it is going to provide the space between the letters. So word spacing means it is going to provide the space between the words guys. It is going to provide the space between the words. So if you observe here, save this, so it is going to provide the space between the words here. See, the space is more here compared to this one, the space is more here. Similarly, you increase this, the space will be increased between the words here. Then similarly sir, we have something called, okay, I want to provide the space between, observe here, we have some two lines here sir. So let me delete this property for both the things, I don't want for this. So here also I'll delete this, just this one I'll delete. So observe here, we have normal two, okay, paragraphs here, yes or no? We have normal two paragraphs. So we reload the page, and here we have normal two paragraphs. So letter spacing means space between the letters, word spacing means word between the letters, space between the words. So now I want to provide the space between the two, okay, lines, okay. So see, there is a space between two lines, yes or no? I want to provide the space between the two lines, so I'll go for something called line height guys, not line spacing. So line height, so I'll make this as 40 px. So it is going to provide the space between the two lines. See, observe here, it's providing some space. Done. So these are the properties guys. Last we have one more property. So the property is what? We have paragraph. So instead of paragraph, I use something called h1 tag guys. So h1 I will pass here Angular, okay. So I will pass here Angular. So we have the property as text shadow. So style is equal to, I am going to pass text shadow as the property name. So name itself is telling text shadow means we are applying the shadow to the text guys. Then so we are applying the shadow to the text. So I will pass 2px here, then again 2px. See, it is having 4 values, okay, it is having 4 values at a time you should pass. okay, where two values are mandatory. So I'll pass 2px and 2px. So these two values mandatory you should pass. So what are the two values, guys? So this is the x-axis value, this is y-axis value. X-axis means how you want to represent the shadow on x-axis, how you want to represent the shadow on y-axis. So if you observe, save this here, it is going to apply a black color shadow to the h1 tag. Yes or no? Little bit shadow it's applying. Yes. So now we have one more value here, that is color red. I will pass. Done. So it is going to apply red color to the shadow. See, so shadow color is red now. Done. So similarly, see, we have, okay, so let me increase this. You will understand how the shadow is looking here, right? So this is my shadow, guys. So now if I increase, guys, if I increase the value 4, so it will move on x-axis, guys. So horizontally the shadow will be moved. See, so it is moving on x-axis, right? Similarly, if I pass this, okay, value, if I change here 4, vertically y-axis the shadow will be moved, guys. Okay, so observe here, it's moving on y-axis. Then so these are the x-axis value, this is y-axis value, and this is the shadow color. And we have one more value, guys, that is blur ratio. That is third parameter, blur ratio. Blur ratio means what? I am going to make my shadow blur. Okay, so you can pass 1px. When I pass 1px, observe here, the shadow color will be blur, guys. See, the shadow is blur now. So if you increase, it will be more blur. So I'll make this as 4px. So observe here, the shadow will be more blur. Then so text shadow, it is accepting how many values at a time? 4 values, where 2 values are mandatory, which is x-axis value as well as y-axis value. Third parameter is a blur ratio. Fourth parameter is a color. You can use any color, guys. Just over on it, go to this, select the color, the particular color will be applied here. See, the green color shadow is applied here. So these are the some important text properties, okay, you should remember, guys. So I have given all the values here along with the properties. Just go through these ones, guys. So okay, guys, so we will see now some other properties, like how to apply background colors and how to apply background images. Okay, so now I have explained in the starting class that, so in HTML structure we have 3 sections. One is version information, one is the head section, another is body section, right? So I have explained clearly that, so this part belongs to head section, I have explained, right? So and this part belongs to body section. Yes, no? So this title and the icon, all this belongs to head section, and the line whatever is visible here, from this line the whole part belongs to which section? Body section. Remember, so this web page belongs to which section? Body section. I have explained already in the HTML session starting classes. You can go through these videos once again. Okay, so this is head section, guys, and this belongs to the body section. Remember this one. Okay, so guys, this is which section? Head section, right? So this is the body section. So observe this line here. So from this the page belongs to, the whole page belongs to body section. That is why whatever we are adding inside the body, so it is displaying on this part. So now I want to apply background color to this part, web page, right? So I'll go here. So concentrate, guys. So let me pass something here. So I'll go to this, I'll add, I will select body tag. Okay, that means body means web page part, right? So here I am going to use some property called background color property. So and I'll apply the background color as red, guys. Okay, what will be the background color? Red. So now if you observe, guys, this is my external CSS file. I imported this external CSS file with the help of link tag, right? So we imported this. So if I reload the page, see, guys, the background color is applied to our web page. Then so the background color is applied. So this part, so that is, see, I want to apply to this part, that is why I selected body tag. Why means this part belongs to body, right? So now similarly, sir, I don't want background image, background color, sir, I want background image. Okay, so let me check whether I have any image here. I don't have yeah, I have woman image here, right? So now what I do, guys, I'll use here background image property. So in the same way you added the images, like if the image is present in the same folder, or else directly you can copy from the Google. Okay, so if I want to add background image, I'll use something called background image property, and I'll pass URL to this background image property. So in double quotes, guys, in double quotes you can pass, okay, the image which you have in your system. So I have an image here, okay, in my system I have an image here. Observe here, the image name is what? Woman. So if you want this woman image as background image, so you can go with dot slash, okay, and select this woman's image. So now save this, go back to browser, so reload the page. See, it's applying, okay, the woman image as background image. Then the woman image as background image, yes or no? But the image is repeating multiple times here, right? The image is repeating multiple times. Sir, I don't want this woman's image, sir, I want some other image from the Google, sir. So I'll go to some website, the website, okay, I'll make this as pixabay.com. So from the pixabay.com website, so I'm going to copy some images. So concentrate here. So consider I want to add this image as my background image, okay. So right click, so I should copy the image address. So observe here now, instead of the image which is present in my folder, so I'll paste this URL which I copied, address, right? Now save this here and go back to browser and reload the page. See, we have added, okay, the background image here, yes or no? We have added the background image, guys. So let me, okay, reset this. See, we have added the background image here. But if you observe here, guys, if you observe, the image is repeating multiple times. See, the same image is repeated multiple times here, yes or no? The same image is repeated multiple times. Now I want to avoid the repetition of this image. I don't want to repeat this image, so I'll go with something called background, okay, background repeat property. Done. So if I pass repeat x, I'll pass repeat x, save this and reload the page. See, repeat x means it will repeat on only x axis. So let me repeat here. So see, it's repeating the background image only on x axis. So similarly, if I pass here repeat y, so it is going to repeat only on y axis. See, if I reload this, it is repeating only on what? Y axis. Okay, this is the case, guys, here. So now I don't want, see, background image means what? It should cover the entire web page. Okay, it should cover the entire web page and it should be the only image here, right? So what I do now, so here instead of repeat x and repeat y, I will make this as no repeat. So no repeat means it will not repeat the image, we will get only the one image here. See, we are getting only one image. So it's overriding the background color. See, always the background image overrides the background color. Overriding means it covers the background color. So with the help of background repeat property, no repeat, we have avoided the repetition. But it's not looking good, guys. But why means it should be fixed to the whole web page. Yes or no? Background image means what? It should fix to the whole web page. Before going to that, observe here. So if we scroll the page, okay, if we scroll the page along with the background image, okay, along with the background image, our, okay, sorry, along with the content, see this text content, see, along with this text content, okay, along with this text content, when you scroll here, the background image is also scrolling. See, the background image is also scrolling. So in real-time applications, background image should not be scrolled, it should be fixed to the screen. So first we see how to make this as fixed, okay. So how to avoid this scrolling. See, there is a property called background attachment scroll, okay. So by default, what we have to use to avoid the scrolling? Background attachment property. So by default the value is what? Scroll here. So save this and reload the page. See, there is no changes, default is scroll only, right? So now what I do, I don't want to scroll, I want to fix to this. I'll pass the value as fixed here. So now reload the page, okay. So now observe here. So when I scroll now, so it's scrolling. Once I reload the page, guys, so now observe here, if I scroll, see the image is fixed to the background. Yes or no? The image is fixed to the background, only the content is scrolling. Okay, the image is fixed to the background, only the content is scrolling, guys. Done. See, done. So image is fixed now. So now the image is fixed, but it should cover the whole entire page, right? So if you want to cover the entire page, so I'll go here, I'll use something called background size property, guys. Okay, so it is having two values, so I want to cover 50% of this web page. Okay, so 50% and 50%. So what is happening here, the first 50% belongs to the width of the background image, second 50% belong to the height of the background image. So observe here, it is covering 50%, 50% here. So if I make this as, okay, 70%, observe here, this is what height of the web page, yes or no? So it covers 70% of height of this web page. See, it's covering 70% of height of this web page. So what I do, I want to cover, okay, the whole 100%, right? So I'll make this as 100% width. Okay, see, now it will occupy the 100% width, right? Done. Similarly, I want 100% height. Okay, I'll go with 100% height. So if you observe, see, it's fixed to our screen. The background image is fixed to our screen. So see, if you scroll, only the content is scrolling, the background image is fixed to our screen. So these are the values you should remember, guys. It's very important. So how to apply the background images.